Hello, good evening. This is the news on Galaxy Television, broadcasting to viewers here in Nigeria, West Africa, and around the globe. My name is Tife Tanimomo. Our top stories. The Plateau State government has reimposed a 24-hour curfew on Jos North local government area. Plus on the news, gunmen kill about 36 persons while several others sustain injuries in Plateau State. And outside Nigeria, UNICEF warns as 10 million children in Afghanistan are in desperate need of humanitarian assistance. Those are our top stories. We'll bring you details in just a moment. A very warm welcome to you. Many thanks for joining us on the news once again. Now, we'll begin with security matters, particularly from Plateau State, as government has reimposed a 24-hour curfew on Jos North local government area of the local government area of that state. Director of Press and Public Services to Governor Simon Lalong, Dr. Makut Macham, announced this in a statement on Wednesday. In-person curfew on the local government follows the attack by suspected headsmen on Yelwazamgam, a village in Zagam district of the state. Imposing curfew on the local government follows tensions sparked by the attack on the particular area, a village in Zagam district of the state. According to the governor Lalong, the 24-hour curfew will come into force from 4 p.m. on August 25 until further notice. Governor Lalong equally states that the 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew in Jos South and Baza local government areas still remains in place until further notice. And now, to other stories to track in security matters, as gunmen kills no fewer than 36 persons while several others were injured in a fresh attack which occurred in Naraguta community in Jos local government area of Plateau State. It was gathered that the gunmen stormed the community with sophisticated weapons around on Tuesday night and killed the victims, while several others who sustained injuries during the attack have been rushed to the Bingham University Teaching Hospital in Jos, the state capital. The paramount ruler of the area, Uja Johnson Jauro, confirmed the attack to newsmen in Jos on Wednesday. The councillor for Awal Ward in the community, Yusuf Ali, also confirmed the attack, said the people were burnt alive in the affected areas. According to the councillor, the gunmen first vandalized the iron bridge linking the community before attacking the people, which made it especially difficult for security agents to assess the area when they were contacted over by the attacks. Let's stay with security matters for a while, as the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, on Wednesday visited the Nigerian Defense Academy, NDA, in Kaduna State for an on-the-spot assessment on the attack of the military institution by bandits. He was briefed on arrival by the NDA Commandant, Major General Yusuf, before he was taken to the scene of the incident. Bandits disguised as military officers invaded the academy on Tuesday, went straight to the officers' quarters inside the school and killed 2 officers. The invaders, after the assault, also whisked away another officer. Eyewitnesses added that the NDA explained that the gunmen broke down doors and destroyed windows to gain access into the officers' apartments, after which they opened fire on them, reaching barbed wire fence. Now, still tracking security matters, President Muhammadu Buhari says attack launched on the facility of the Nigerian Defense Academy NDA on Tuesday, rather than throw a dampener into the morale of the armed forces as it is intended to, will buoy their determination to make a decisive end of criminality in the country. President Buhari vowed that the deceased would not die in vain, as the inhuman act would have consequences that will eventually clean the country of vermin and emancipate the polity from deliberate and targeted atrocious acts. A statement from the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, warns those playing hateful politics with the dastardly acts to desist, noting that rather than recriminations, this is a time for all patriots to support and encourage those who are in the vanguard of the battle against wickedness in the land. The federal government has been urged to step up fight against banditry and other forms of insecurity in the country. An emeritus professor of political science, University of Ibadan, Professor John Ayuade, and head of Department Political Science, University of Ibadan as well, Professor Remi Ayede, in separate charts with correspondent Kule Ojo, described the attack on the Nigerian Defense Academy as national embarrassment. They identified dishonesty as the major problem facing the country, noting that not all challenges facing Nigeria requires political explanation. They also shared the opinions that the attack on the NDA by suspected bandits could be linked to attacking the Pentagon of the United States.
What we have in the country today is national dishonesty. We think that everything should be explained in political terms. But there are some things that go beyond politics because they are about life. The attack on NDA is the attack, if you want to compare with the United States, like the attack on Pentagon. It's the attack on the source of our security. And that they could gain entrance into that place means that the country is porous. And it's something that must be taken seriously at the highest level in this country.
I think it's an unfortunate incident, and it shows very clearly that we are not taking this banditry problem very seriously as we should. If you look at the way it occurred and the statements that have been released from the authorities of the NDA, there are claims that those who are supposed to be manning the CCTV cameras were asleep, or they were not manning those cameras, and they didn't know when those bandits penetrated the premises of the NDA.
The political scientist admitted that the state of security in the country calls for serious measures, adding that authorities of the Nigerian Defense Academy should step up speedy investigation on the matter.
I think we have been playing games with security in the country, and we must step up. We must be more vigilant, and we must supply arms and ammunition for those who need them. Training is not the only thing that makes a military man. The equipment is more important, and a soldier without arms is like any rabble in the street.
I think the government, especially the authorities of NDA, should show that they are up to the task. I think that by their training, by their profession and activities, they should be able to, through intelligence and other measures, arrest those who are involved in the attack and bring them to justice.
This is Galaxy Television News. We take a break now, but in part 2 of the news after the break, Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle calls for a state of emergency in the northern part of the country over the security challenges in that particular region. We'll bring you details of that story shortly. Stay with us, please. In case you're just tuning in, this is the news on Galaxy Television. Now, for more updates and latest news, visit our website at www.galaxytvonline.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GalaxyTV Nigeria. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GalaxyTV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. You can also avail our Eyewitness feature via WhatsApp. If you have breaking news around you, simply share your story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818-6666-669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments. Now, Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle has called for a state of emergency in the northern part of the country over the security challenges in that region. He made a call on Wednesday at a meeting with the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 10, Ali Janga, at the Government House, Gusau, the state capital of Zamfara. Nigeria's northern region comprises 3 geopolitical zones. That's Northeast, Northwest, and Central Capital Territory, FCT. Hundreds of thousands of people have been killed in the region, while millions were forced to flee their ancestral homes. Boko Haram insurgents and Islamic State in West Africa province, ISWAP, are repeatedly and reportedly responsible for the incidents in the northeast, while bandits have continued to engage in kidnapping for ransom in the northwest and parts of the north central. And now to other matters, Gombe State Governor Inuwa Yahaya says security of lives and properties remains paramount to his administration. The governor made the declaration at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, on Wednesday after he met with the Chief of Staff to the President. Governor Yahaya noted his state's nearness to the northeast, where insurgency is serious, saying his administration is doing its best to achieve peaceful coexistence amongst his people.
Well, we thank God as far as the issue of security is concerned. You've rightly mentioned, we're in the midst of the Northeast, and we are aware of the challenges the frontline states, that is Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, are facing. So we tried as much as possible differences, religious difference, ethnic difference, and other social differences that normally cause rift-raps amongst the people. And we've gotten the understanding of our people.
And now to party politics, the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, in consultations with his colleagues, have summoned an emergency meeting of the forum to hold on Thursday, 26th August 2021. A statement from the Director General of the forum, Cyril Madwabum, said the meeting will discuss recent developments in the PDP. He said the governors enjoined all PDP members and stakeholders to exercise patience as efforts are being made to ensure continued stability of the party in the days ahead. And to other matters, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDL, 118 deceased officers who died in active service. Chairman of the agency, Buba Marwa, while making the presentation in Abuja, said the burial benefits cut across all ranks in the agency and that the amount differed depending on the rank and the circumstances in which the officers departed.
They told me that once an officer dies in service, it is they, the officers and men in the command, that gather money to give the family, to buy coffin, and hire a bus to go home, and all the other burial expenses. That was terrible. And it was in our report to the president, this issue.
Speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, the widow to late Officer Hassan Amali thanked the chairman, saying the money will go a long way in assisting members of the families left behind.
For this unique occasion, and for the payment of burial expenses, I'm also grateful to you for ensuring that the widows and children of deceased officers and men do not suffer injustice.
Now, the Director General, Bureau Public Service Reforms, Ibrahim Arabi, says nation building rather
support facilities lessons shared approaches for value shifts from individual integrity to broader institutional integration. Pursuant to the mandate of our agency, the Bureau of Public Service Reforms, we are saddled with the responsibility to initiate, coordinate, implement, monitor, and report reform initiatives.
Also, Chairman of Anti-Graft Agency ICPC, Bola Ethics and Integrity Policy, which is geared towards changing the mindset of Nigerians at large.
It's tied to the quality of its workforce, be it military, paramilitary, or civil service. The Commission appreciates this opportunity to collaborate with Accountability Lab in building corruption and other.
And now, in the southwest, the Ogun State government says it remains committed to providing opportunities in the agriculture sector with a view to enhance ease of doing business and attracting investors to the sector. Abiodun, represented by his Commissioner for Special Duties, Femi Ogunbawo, says exploiting the huge potentials of the agriculture sector is key to achieving food sufficiency and economic growth.
That will enable them to take their share of the new wealth and opportunities in Ogun agriculture.
Ogun State Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Adiola Odedino, stated that the resolve of the state government is to take the lead in delivering on gains of the renewed focus on agriculture.
Agricultural roadmap of Ogun State, as approved by His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, who happened to be the Governor of the Year last year, and still the President one. One is support to smallholder farmers. We have a target of supporting over 40,000 smallholder farmers for planting material, and we're also targeting them in our special projects. Food security, nutrition security, job creation. The most important one is the industrial sector. We are linking young people to the supply chain in the agricultural industrialization agenda.
Inspectors LSI towards boosting commercial model for cassava seed systems in Nigeria. Director General of the Council, Dr. Philip Ojo, commended the participants on the occasion held in Makurdi, the Benue State capital, said since the inauguration of the first set of licensed seed inspectors in 2019 and 2020 respectively, the Council deemed it fit to periodically update. Dr. Isha Khalid maintains that today's meeting is a reassurance of basics in commitment to build capacity of the licensed seeds inspectors and ensure the system is at par with international best practices in the country.
I recall vividly in October 2019 at this venue when we inaugurated the first set of LSIs, and also March 2020 at the progress audit of the third-party seed certification system. I gave high assurance that the Council will periodically update your capacity and also assess the challenges faced by LSIs.
Addresses on the achievements so far on the Basic 2 cassava seed entrepreneurship.
Country as well as its supply to the farmers. This LSI system is expected to support the formal seed structure that is present under the oversight of the inspection regime that is already present in the country. So a lot of state for a very long time.
This is
Welcome to news from the international scene. 10 million children in Afghanistan are in desperate need of humanitarian assistance. UNICEF Afghanistan warns as the United Nations World Food Programme seek $200 million in food aid. Children in Afghanistan already survive